What's going on, guys? So today I'm making COQUITO, which is a famous Puerto Rican holiday drink. It's known as the Puerto Rican eggnog, but it's not eggnog. It has nothing to do with eggnog. There's no eggs in it. It's just called that because it's a similar style drink that's, drank around the holidays. So traditionally, you could start, if you're Puerto Rican or just want to enjoy this, you start drinking around Thanksgiving, through the Christmas season, and then in New Year's, and then when New Year's is over, you just stop drinking it. However, it's so damn good, some people just drink it all year round, whenever they want. I mean, if you're an adult, you can do whatever you want, right? So, yeah, I've never had this before. I'm very excited to try it. I have many Puerto Rican friends who've, talked about it over the years. I said, this year I'm going to make it. Last year I made homemade eggnog. Give that a little run. I've made, fruitcake, and so I've done, like, homemade holiday stuff I've always liked. I have a feeling they'll like this. We'll see. It's basically a sweet, creamy, coconut-flavored drink, right? So, right off the bat, this is an alcoholic drink, but it does not have to be alcoholic. You do not have to add alcohol. You just replace that with water or milk, and it should come out, the same without the alcohol, really. So if you want to, like if you're, have sobriety, or if you have a problem, alcoholism, and you're not doing that, or let's say you just go into a family event, there's lots of kids around and stuff, you just want everyone to be able to try it, you could definitely cut the alcohol out. However, like eggnog, maybe not so much like eggnog, because there's plenty of non-alcoholic eggnog that's enjoyed, but a lot of adults do like having it a little boozy. Take some stress off around the holidays. But I'm just saying it's an option. That's all. It's an option. Now, speaking of alcohol, traditionally, this is made with Puerto Rican rum. All right? I have Don Q 151, which is a Puerto Rican rum. By the way, 151, this stuff is extremely flammable. There's a warning on the back of this bottle, and there is a flame arrestor that you're not supposed to remove that's on top. It's basically a metal screen, all right, because there's been a lot of issues where people have caught fire or burned their house down or a bar or whatever. 151 is 75% alcohol. It's no joke. This is not something you would even drink straight. This is just really used for, different cocktails and things like this. So, and in fact, actually, Bacardi 151, they discontinued that. I'm not sure what year that was. I don't know exactly why. I'm assuming maybe it's from lawsuits. Who knows? But anyway, the Don Q is legit. A lot of people use a white rum, specifically Bacardi. You do whatever you want, but I want to make this as traditional as possible. Speaking of traditional, I've done a lot of research, talked to a lot of Puerto Ricans. My wife is half Puerto Rican, but has never had this before. She definitely born and raised Portuguese, which is her other half. But anyway, this makes a big deal. The Coco Lopez for the cream of coconut. There's different brands, but this is it. This is the original. In fact, the original Pina Colada used the Coco Lopez in Puerto Rico, as well as the Don Q. Just saying. Now, the very first time that drink was ever made, it just had the Don Q, or at least Puerto Rican rum, as well as pineapple juice. And then later, very soon later, they added the cream of coconut to get all the Puerto Rican flavors together. So yeah, I mean, I'm a huge fan of pina coladas. So if it's anything like that, I'm going to dig it. Obviously, there's no pineapple in this, but this is pretty straightforward. All right, so we have a bunch of canned stuff. We have, again, the Coco Lopez, and you can find this at the grocery store. Buy like their cocktail mixers. That's where you usually find this. But cream of coconut. All right, this recipe is going to make about 2 bottles. This is going to be a 15-ounce can. So 15-ounce can of cream of coconut. All right, we're going to have a, how big is this? 13.5-ounce can of coconut milk. I got the Goya brand. Then we go over to carnation. We have 2 cans. These are both 12-ounce cans of evaporated milk. This is specifically the 2%. All right, and then 2 cans of carnation sweetened condensed milk. These are 14-ounce cans. All right, this is where a lot of that sweetness is coming from. If you ever have condensed milk, in fact, I think you could just boil this stuff and it just turns to caramel, right? Do you ever see those videos? Then we have some vanilla extract. We're going to do a tablespoon of that, a tablespoon of cinnamon, and that is all she wrote. We're just basically mixing that together. You can use a blender. I'm just going to use a whisk. Obviously, you need a big container to mix it in. A can opener. A lot of these cans don't have pop tops, and then obviously whatever vessel you want to put in. I have a carboy, or not a carboy, but I guess it is a gallon. What's the word I'm looking for? Not carboy. a growler, right? An empty growler. I also have these empty Grolsch beer bottles. I use these all the time for water. If I just want cold water, I fill these up and reuse these. I keep that in the refrigerator. So if I have a little extra that doesn't fit in there, I'll probably put them in there. A lot of times people make this and they get away, just like eggnog. You know, you give it to family, you bring it to Thanksgiving, you bring it to Christmas dinner, Christmas Eve, whatever your thing is, right? So I need feedback from all the Puerto Ricans watching. Everyone's got their own recipe. I'd love to hear yours. This is a culmination of watching every COQUITO recipe on YouTube, doing Google searches, reading people's blogs about it, you know, people's stories and history, their mothers' and grandmothers' recipes. This is what I came up with. Now, my preference really was the Don Q Silver. I didn't want such a high proof alcohol for this, and I also wanted a silver rum or light rum compared to a dark rum because I wanted the rum to be really just a subtle background note. This is not subtle. There's nothing about that that's subtle. So I don't want to interfere. I'm actually going to add that afterwards. I'm going to taste it without the alcohol and see what that tastes like. And then, of course, I'll put in a little bit. Now, this recipe calls for 2 cups. 2 cups of rum. Obviously, with any drink like this, the alcohol is to taste. All right, that'd probably be a lot for some people, maybe not enough for others. Who knows? I'm not even going to do a cup. I'm going to do probably a half cup and taste it and go from there. But like I said, first I'm going to try it without. So let me get everything open, and then I'll come back. We'll mix it all in the bowl, see what it tastes like. All right, so I opened all of our cans. We're going to start dumping stuff in. Actually, yeah, I'll put the garbage off to the side for now. So we have, again, 2 cans of evaporated milk, 2%. All right, dump that in. Then we have our Coco Lopez. This is our cream of coconut. Grab a little rubber spatula, make sure to get everything out of here. All right, because this boy is thick. So it kind of separates. You have all that oil on the bottom of coconut oil, I guess. I don't know. And then we have kind of the solids, the fats. Which, by the way, if you make this and we're going to want to cool this in the fridge, well, not cool it off, it's not being cooked, but we want to keep it refrigerated. And the real ones, apparently, make sure this sits in the fridge for at least like a day or 2. Not only does it let the rum kind of meld with all the flavors and cuts the heat off a little bit, but just everything comes together better. So we're going to try it right away, but we're going to actually serve it, you know, after 2 days. All right, so next is going to be our coconut milk. All right, put that guy in. All right. Then, the messy part, we have our sweetened condensed milk, which is like pudding. All right, so make sure you get all that in there. This is just pure diabetes in a can. This is not a dietetic drink by any means. It's full of sugar. On top of sugar, with sugar and a little coconut, and a little booze, which is made from sugar. All right, so if you are a diabetic, I'm giving you a serious warning to not overdo it with this stuff. All right, that's one. Get the other one in there. All right, then we're going to do our vanilla and then our cinnamon. Something else I saw too is that some Puerto Rican people, they will take their white rum and they'll put like cinnamon sticks inside the rum. Leave it in there like 2 or 3 weeks beforehand to make more of a cinnamon rum instead of putting physical cinnamon inside. All right, because obviously when you put the physical cinnamon, sometimes it clumps. It doesn't look all that nice. Tastes great. But also, if you're giving this as a gift to someone, you could put just one cinnamon stick inside the bottle as well and let that sit. Just another way to do it. All right, so let's go ahead and put in our vanilla. We're going to do a tablespoon of vanilla extract. All right, I think this is the rest of my vanilla. I got to get more before the holidays. Yep. All right, so vanilla extract. We're going to get our cinnamon. I have mine in a shaker. Let me take this apart for a second so I get a nice scoop. All right, so tablespoon of cinnamon. Now I'm going to mix this very thoroughly, all right, with a whisk. I'm going to go ahead and try it, and then afterwards I'm going to add the booze. So, let's grab our whisk. And this is the boring part. But I'm just going to mix this all together. Like I said, that sweetened condensed milk and the cream of coconut is very thick. You really want that all mixed in. I'll give this some elbow grease. And most of this I'll do off camera. I'm just kind of showing you. But I just want this super, super thoroughly mixed in. Alright, so that's thoroughly mixed in. I got a little spoon here. Let me give this a little taste. Alright, so keep in mind this is supposed to be served chilled. This is room temperature without the booze. Yeah, that's oh god, that's delicious. That is scary delicious. Wow. Alright. Let's see how much to put in here. Like I said, I'm going to do a half a cup. I just took a whiff out of the bottle. That stuff is no joke. Alright, let's go. Half a cup is 4 ounces. Alright. Let's give this a go here. Alright. Put the cap on there. So you don't want to ever pour this around open flame. And there we go. So we have a half a cup or 4 ounces of dark rum. Let's give that a thorough mix. And give it a try. See what that added to it as far as flavor, as far as heat. Because obviously you get that bite, the booze bite. It's a good mix. Alright, going in. Here's the adult version. COQUITO. Alright, hang on. Oh no. That's dangerous. That is so... Say goodbye to eggnog. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love my eggnog, but holy moly. That's ridiculous. That is so ridiculous. Alright, so I'll be honest. It could do a full cup, even though the 151. But I'm going to leave it how it is now, because honestly, I'm not drinking this stuff to get drunk. If I want to get drunk, I'll drink something else. This is something to enjoy. I will say that the rum, it really does add flavor to this. I'm not sure what it'd be like, because again, first time trying this. I don't know what it'd be like with the silver rum in comparison. I think you could probably put more of the silver rum in there, but obviously it's a lower proof. This has like that deeper, I don't know, like a little bit smoky, a little bit tobacco-y, type thing going on. And it actually adds to this quite a bit. Wow. Okay. So yeah, I'm going to chill this. I'm going to let this hang, like I said, for 2 days. When my wife gets home, I will, let her try it like it is now. But that is phenomenal. I can't believe I waited this long. I knew about this 2 Christmases ago, I think, is when I first heard of it. It was one of my in-laws is like, yeah, I got this buddy, he makes, homemade COQUITO. I'm like, hold up, what? COQUITO, it's Puerto Rican, like, eggnog. I'm like, well, I love eggnog. That sounds awesome. And I never did anything with it. And then, like, last year, a bunch of people were talking about it. And again, I have in-laws that make it every year. And so, that's it. I'll never go back. That is damn delicious. All right, so like I said, I'm going to get it into this bottle. In fact, the bottle might hold all this. I don't know. Let's see. I'll be right back. All right, so this recipe filled this growler, and then I have a half cup left here for taste testing. So this is going right in the refrigerator. Holy smokes. That is, like I said, dangerously delicious. I thought eggnog was good. And like you could, so it tastes like coconut, but it's not like a coconut bomb or anything. It's just super rich and sweet and creamy and like that. Like I said, the Don Q is really bringing in some of that like earthier tobacco type flavors, a little bit of smokiness there. Really, like, because I put so little in there, I don't really get much of an alcohol burn on there. Again, I mean, this is a cheap rum, by the way. It's like a $20 bottle. You know, you can get away with Bacardi. That's totally fine. Like I said, I think that's what a lot of people use here in the U.S. anyway. But I want to make this as authentic as possible. So I went with all those ingredients for that reason. And that is it. Huge, huge thumbs up for the holidays. Definitely will be bringing some for Christmas. We'll see if there's anything left for Thanksgiving. But anyway, that's it. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. And again, all of my Puerto Rican viewers, rate your stories down below. Let me know your mama's recipe. Let me know, if you grew up and this is what your family drank, or if you never heard of it before. Just because you're Puerto Rican doesn't mean you do everything, all the traditions, Like I said, my wife's half Puerto Rican, and she knew about this, but she never had an interest at all. But I'm telling you, once she gets a little sip of that, this is going to be a yearly tradition. So anyway, that's it. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys have a fantastic day. Drink responsibly, and I'll see you tomorrow with a brand new video. Take care.